The Predator in theaters near you this Friday. Check it out. Starring, in part, this man, Keegan-Michael Key, right here on the show. Good to see you,
It's
sir.
good to be back, my friend.
Yeah, good to have you here. Good to have you, like we were hanging out at the Super Bowl last year.
So much fun.
And before we get to the movie and sports, I do have to just hit, with you and Peele, Key and Peele, the pieces you did mocking Sports Center with the teachers.
Oh, the teachers, yeah.
Was brilliant, and then the names of the players introducing themselves in a football broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, that had to be just. Were there ones that hit the floor that you didn't use?
No. What happened was Jordan was not a football fan at the time.
Okay.
He played Madden, but he wasn't an actual football. He didn't follow the intrigue of every individual season.
Yes.
And I was explaining to him how they used to do the introductions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told him about Monday Night Football. And I remember watching a Monday Night Football game where the Oakland Raiders were playing. Mm-hmm. And they said, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the defense. And they're showing the faces come up, and the guys are all saying, my name is my name. Went to this school. My name is my name. I went to this school. And then they get to Charles Woodson. And Charles Woodson goes, Charles Woodson, safety. You know the school. Now, of course, I know the school, and Rich knows the school. Yeah. And Jordan said, no, he didn't. I said, yes, he did. Now I'm exaggerating. Okay, it could have been 3 days, it could have been a week, but I'm just going to say, for the sake of the story, the next day I come into the office, and Jordan's like standing there, and he goes, "Take a look at this. Tell me what you think." Mm-hmm. 5 pages of all of those names. I said, "What did you do last night? And does it start with an S and rhyme with Ativa?" You know what I mean? I was like, how did you come up with these names? And he did. Not a single name hit the floor. That was it. He wrote the sketch over a night.
Based on Charles Woodson
saying, you know the school. So they made up all the schools. I mean, you understand, Jordan Peele's work ethic is out of this world. Yeah. It's really a thing to behold. And so I just kind of offered him some information, and then he crafted that whole thing by itself.
That's
amazing.
Unbelievable.
Wow. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And those just sending up those sports moments that we all take for granted.
The 3 pumps.
It was great.
It was really great.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so now, really great football. Monday Night Football. I'm trying to, I don't even know how to segue this here. You being a Detroit Lions fan.
Yeah.
You did not see any of it, though, correct?
No. Fortunately enough for me.
Yes.
My wife was furiously texting on the phone with a friend whilst we were in the air. And I eventually just said, "What's happening?" And she goes, she just shows me the phone. I'm like, 31-17. How much time left? You know what I mean? Like, hope springs eternal. I'm always going, we can catch up. We got Stafford. We can catch up. Golden's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I like TJ Jones. I like Marvin Jones Jr. We could still. No, it didn't happen. Here's my concern, Rich. My concern is, as I think I mentioned to you earlier, I was already concerned that it's going to take a while to find everyone to fall into place and the pieces of this system that Mr. Patricia is bringing to our fair city.
Yes.
And so I understand that. I want people to, I see him, I'm in my mind, I'm going, he's like the new Buddy Ryan. This is what's going to be real. And there's going to be these exotic packages, and it's going to be great. And we're going to confound offenses with this defense. To the tune of 48 points. Oh my God, this is my first seeing of the. Okay, now
you're seeing these.
Yeah, so you guys are just we're literally just putting the Band-Aid on and then ripping it off.
Yeah,
exactly. Is what we're doing right here.
That's what we're doing.
So I don't, and then I felt with us picking Frank Ragnow from Arkansas to be on our offensive line. We're trying to shore up an offensive line.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't even know what happened. How many yards that was me. That's me. That's like
all the Lions fans. Seriously, the cutaways.
Home.
By the way, the cutaways of the Lions fans. It was one after another of just stoic
look at this.
Misery.
Yeah. This was supposed to be 100% the one guaranteed win of the month. I mean, Mike, I'm very concerned. I'm very, very concerned.
Keegan-Michael here on the Rich Eisen Show. We did discuss yesterday about how troubling it is of a track record of Belichick assistants.
Yes.
Trying to improve upon
whatever that magic sauce is
Correct.
there,
Right.
in New England. And the thing is, they
succeeding.
leave, and so it's once they get out of the tractor beam.
Yes.
You know, in real life, we all know that you leave the tractor beam and you go to the Alderaan system, or where it used to be, and then you can actually build a really good rebellion and destroy a almost fully operating Death Star.
Yes, of course.
But in this world that is not real, that I live in, apparently that's once you get out of the tractor beam of Darth Belichick, you lose your power for some reason. You're no longer powerful. The lightsaber's not working.
Right.
It really is a strange trend. And I think that what happens is part of it is, look, money talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're being screamed at or dressed down at Gillette, it doesn't matter because you can withstand that knowing that there are just Super Bowl rings on everybody's fingers around here. It is a winning culture. You can't deny it's a winning culture. So you're going to stay, you're going to take it, and you're going to persevere. If you come to a different type of program,
Yes.
that may not, it certainly has proven to not be the case.
Well, Mike Del Tufo, Rich Eisen show audio executive,
Yes, Mike.
believes it's Belichick's fault. And also, to prove that point, tell him about your tree, Mike.
Look at Bill Walsh and all of his great. It's insane.
Not just
That's
Bill Walsh's
great.
tree, but your
Look at
tree.
these guys.
What about
And then
your
my audio tree. I have like 35 guys that have been working since '94 all over LA. They do Conan, Dancing with the Stars. It all started under me. I have a good pedigree.
Of course.
See?
That's the way you do it. You've
That's the way
got
you do
your
it.
own Sam Weish. You've got
exactly.
your own Mike Holmgren.
Yes.
You've got all these guys
Tony
coming out,
Dungy,
right?
Mike Smith. I got 'em all.
Whatever the sound engineer Super Bowl is, you've been disseminating talent
Exactly.
for over, I'm going to say 2 decades. I don't want to
say two.
I don't want to offend.
You could say two.
I don't want to offend.
You could say two.
I mean, you know what I mean?
right.
That's the true. You're right. I like it, Mike. I like this angle.
And
that's the true stamp of a champion.
And then Belichick, his schmo, who sits there, and I got to put it lightly, has all those guys come out. They're Charlie Weiss was terrible at Notre Dame.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
Worst thing
He's
that happened
had
to
two
Notre Dame
national
in a long
championships.
time.
Yeah.
He's still getting paid. How terrible of a job did he really do?
He did it that bad that they had
Nice.
to pay him to
Dead
leave.
money?
Well
By the way, dead money is not the sign of success, sir. Let's
No.
not. That's not a metric.
I mean, whoever that lawyer is must have come out from under a very good lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyer tree.
The lawyer tree there
Lawyer
is
tree.
tremendously strong.
Keegan-Michael Key here on the Rich Eisen Show, and we were talking about Saquon Barkley in this league and how
kid.
special he is going to be. Does that make you at all interested in the Giants more?
Well, my
than-
wife is a Giants fan.
Oh, that's
and,
right.
And she
Okay.
was she'd already staked her claim as a kid. She's from New York. She's a native New Yorker.
Right.
So she already loved it. And then, you have no choice. If you're in my life, I'm going to make you love Penn State. I'm just going to make you love Penn State. And the things that are happening right there are magic with Franklin. And so last year when I did the blue-white game, when we were the guest coaches at the blue-white game, my wife, by the way, first female guest coach of a blue-white game, a spring scrimmage. And Saquon was there. And so I walked up to him, I gave him a hug. And the last time I had seen him was I think the last time I saw him might have been right as they were leaving the room to get dressed for the 2016 Big Ten championship game. Remember when they scored those, whatever it was, 31 unanswered points
Right.
against Wisconsin. And so he gives me a hug. He's just a good kid. Gives me a hug, and I go, come over, I want you to meet my wife. I go, honey, Elisa, Saquon. And she walks right up to Saquon, shakes his hand. She goes, it's so nice to meet you. Please come play for the Giants. No break at all. And he goes, it's not up to me. It's not up to me. But I think them getting, what's the kid's name? What's the big kid's name? Hernandez, the O-line kid?
Yes, right.
And Saquon, they're going to make their mark too. I think he's a really, really special talent.
He is.
Special talent. Smart kid, good work ethic. Super gifted, and I think that he actually brings a winning culture to that team. I mean, so I think if you got the rookie coming this way and you have a 2-time Super Bowl champ like Eli coming this way,
Right.
we're gonna find something. And I feel like I'm watching Odell mature before our very eyes as well.
That's the idea.
That is the idea. That is the idea.
That's
Yes.
the plan.
Yeah.
That's
so
the plan.
it's hard. We're both NFC fans. That's tough.
Right.
But I can have 2 NFC teams.
So what's it like? Let's talk about the Predator here with you, sir.
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key here on the show. You already made obviously a Star Wars reference. You're from the pop culture era of us, I guess.
Right.
What's it like for you to be in a movie, The Predator, with this history of this series here?
This is one of those things. This is one of those sometimes you have dreams deferred that you didn't even know you had. Like I got to be on Broadway last year. I got to do a show on Broadway. What? I let that dream go a long time ago. This wasn't even a dream I knew I had. What I could be in a Predator movie? Look, I'm like 6'1", coming in at like 185. I am not Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was really a dream come true. And it was such a lovely ensemble to work with, the people that I work with. And I was really appreciative that our director, Shane Black, he said, okay, I want there to be humor in the film. I'm going to hire actors who can do comedy. It wasn't like nothing against comedians. I enjoy comedians very much and what their craft is. But it's better than having, let's stunt cast it, let's stunt cast it, let's stunt cast it. And I think sometimes people forget, like if you're going, we're going to put Rob Gronkowski in the movie. That's different. That's different than Jesse the Body being in the first one. Jesse the Body, for all intents and purposes, is an actor. He was an actor at the WWF.
The Running Man with him in it was The Running Man to me isn't totally
it's an underrated. It's an underrated film. Yeah, it's an
correct.
overlooked film
Correct.
with a lot of social commentary.
Rex?
The get out of its time. No, I'm kidding. It's. I think that situation is always. You can stunt cast for a certain effect, and I get it, but it's got to always make sense. And I was really appreciative that I got to work with this particular group of actors. There was a lot of interesting and unique chemistry that we had, all positive, and so this experience has been one. It's also special to me because I'm taking a turn in my career as I'm, surveying new opportunities. I look and I go, okay, I want to do more action. I want to hold guns more. I want to do some espionage stuff. That's always been something that's been really dear and near to my heart.
No kidding.
As a cinema goer. Yeah. And so this has been one of the first steps in that direction.
Okay, so in that regard, let's play the Predator version of Start Bench Cut here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Start now. Bench. Just sit down and be quiet or cut. Get out.
All right, let's do the Predator ones here with Keegan-Michael Key. You want to you have the music right here for Start Bench Cut for here on the Rich Eisen Show? From the original cast of Predator, who would you take in a cage match fight in his prime? Arnold, Jesse Ventura, or Carl Weathers?
Would I fight them?
No. Who would you take in a cage match?
Who would I take?
Who would I take?
Okay, so
Arnold. You have to start one, bench one, and cut one. Arnold, Jesse Ventura, or Carl Weathers?
Okay, I'm cutting Arnold. No, hear me out.
Sure.
I'm cutting Arnold. Sculpting, making a physique look symmetrical does not mean you have endurance.
Okay.
I'm benching Jesse the Body, let's be honest, who's never really had that much of a body. I don't,
Yes,
right?
okay.
The body was really more his, his aura. Can't take the shots. I'm starting Carl Weathers. The guy had to box. The endurance is there. Now, I don't know what Carl Weathers' ground and pound is looking like.
Right.
But I'm starting him. I'm starting the guy who I believe has the most endurance.
Okay. Now here's the next one.
Talk that out.
From the original, I love that. Great talk out right there. I love it. From the original cast of Predator, who would you take in a cage match fight right now at his current age? Arnold at 71, Jesse Ventura at 67, or Carl Weathers at 70?
Okay. This one. You're cutting Jesse.
Out.
He's out. Now, the other two gentlemen, since I've been able to do a little bit of research, do some scouting. Okay? Shook Carl Weathers' hand at the Vanity Fair Oscar party last year. Yeah. That's a hearty grip.
Okay.
All right. So he's starting. Arnold's benched.
So it's not that much further apart than when they're prime.
Not that. It's one flip.
By the way, I just like the way that you're not handling this all willy-nilly.
No.
There's a
This is
method.
serious.
There's a
I'm
method.
going in this. I give good talk out.
This is, by the way, he's a method start bench cutter right here. All right, this one we've never done this. Mike, are you ready to do this? You told him about
Yes.
You told him about how you are the Bill Walsh of audio executives.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
can't screw these up. Okay.
Yes. You
Okay.
want them one at a time.
There
right?
we go. One at a time. Your favorite catchphrase from the original Predator. Go ahead. Here's one.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
All right, that's number one. Here's number two.
Okay.
Get to the
Can't hear them at all.
Okay. You can't hear them?
Cannot hear them. Yes. I'm just kidding.
Can't hear them.
So what I'm gonna do? I'm doing this blindfolded.
Mike, you
Wait a minute. The
can't
sound.
hear them.
Wait a minute.
No,
Did
they're
Bill
up above.
Walsh not have the volume up? Did the Bill Walsh of sound engineers not have the volume up for the segment?
Please.
Oh, my God.
Oh
We can
boy,
kill it.
this does not bode
I don't
well.
want to cause
Can you
feedback.
Oh, there's a method to his madness. Do you want to try one more time now?
Yes.
Here
Okay,
we
go
go.
I
ahead.
wanna
Go
cause
ahead. Go
feedback.
ahead.
Okay, man. Here we go.
Bleeds. We can kill it.
Okay, if it bleeds, you
If it
can
bleeds,
kill
we
it.
can kill it.
Okay, here's the next one.
Get to the chopper.
And here's the other one.
One ugly mother.
Okay, there's that one.
Okay.
Start, bench, cut.
All right, get to the chopper. Gets cut because it's only an incidental line, and the only reason we remember it is because he's Austrian. If any other actor on the history of the planet, and by the history of the planet I mean the States, because it's 1987, right? So the only country that exists is the United States of America.
Sure.
If anybody else said, get to the choppers, it wouldn't have been a line. It wouldn't have been a line. It's only because he's the choppers, because he's Austrian. Cut. It's superfluous. Wow. We're gonna bench your one ugly MFer. Because I have to be a comedian of integrity who works from the highest point of intelligence. We only like that because we were all 16 and he swore. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Because it's a succinct line, it furthers the plot, and it's done in a very naturalistic way.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Very well done.
That's just.
All right, there we go.
That's-
Guys,
what a talk
Now,
out.
for everybody else who comes in here on the Rich Eisen show,
the
we're going to
benchmark.
show
I'm
them.
setting the bar
No,
here.
We're going to show them this start, bench, cut because you have raised the bar, Keegan-Michael.
setting the bar
Key.
right here.
We're gonna edit out Del Tufo
just gonna
messing up
say-
the audio. We're gonna edit that out.
Can you edit
We're gonna
that
edit
out?
that out.
No,
It's too good.
Perfect.
Can I tell you what I did yesterday?
Yes.
Just to make you feel better, Matt. Just to say what I did yesterday. I was on an interview yesterday talking to Dan Lebitard.
Sure.
Huge Predator fan. Who's my favorite character? Bill Duke. My
Okay.
favorite character, right?
Sure.
And I said, Bill Duke, may he rest in peace. His engineer goes, I think Bill Duke's still with us. And then I went, oh no, I meant Bill Nunn. Bill Nunn, who played Radio Raheem. I just had, TJ, you can vouch for this. I just had my black card revoked for 3 months because I'm a black person who mixed up black people. It's 1 month? Oh, thank you, TJ. TJ, thank you.
He's going to get up and, all right, TJ Jefferson. Fantastic.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So reinstated in 1 month. Okay. Thank you so much.
One time I was on Sports Center.
So Matt, I hope that makes you feel a little bit better.
One time I was doing a Sports Center with Stuart Scott, and he referred to the late, great Richard Pryor, and he was not dead yet.
Yep.
And it was during a commercial break where everyone's like, Stu,
There's Stu.
Richard Pryor is, he's alive.
Not well, but alive.
And it's one of those things, too. You have to fix mistakes because that was the days when things were re-aired
When things were
19
re-aired.
times the next day.
Exactly.
So we were all
right.
sitting there at 2:30 in the morning
Stu.
like, we're fixing the fact that he killed off Richard
He killed off
Pryor.
Richard Pryor. I killed off Bill Duke. It's also. By the way, can I just ask this question?
Sure.
We've been saying this about Abe Vigoda since 1993. Is he still alive?
No, he died
He
recently.
did pass away.
He
Abe
did die
Vigoda
recently.
did pass
Yes,
away.
he did.
Yes.
He did.
Rickles?
Oh, he's gone, yeah.
Just recently.
Just
passed.
recently, though.
recently,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Okay.
But Bill Duke?
Bill Duke,
Thumbs
alive and
up.
well, alive and well. I am sorry, Bill Duke. I am so sorry. It's like the only. Here's why I said it. Here's my backtrack. I said that because I wanted to make you more of a legend than you already are in my mind. Does that work?
Well done, man. But he did not. Spoiler alert! I don't think he made it in the film.
Didn't make it.
No.
Didn't make it. No.
Check out The Predator in theaters this Friday. I can't wait for everybody to see and have a great time at it. You're the man. Thanks for coming
Thank you,
here.
Rich.
Please come
Always,
back
man.
anytime.
Oh my God, it's
Anytime.
always my pleasure. Thank you.
Keegan-Michael Key. Follow him at Keegan M. Key on Twitter.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.